I think if you look at every situation where a client and a salesperson, where they were upset, is because they were unmet expectations. And the reason why they're unmet expectations is because no one set the proper expectations, right? So when we buy a house, we go to a homeowner's house, typically in their mind, they just want to shop, right? Like, why don't you walk through my house, tell me what your number is. That's what they expect, which is understandable, right? But if we go and operate on that system, we're not going to win many transactions.
Right.
So our goal is to set the proper expectations. Hey, Jordan, I appreciate you want me to walk around the house. Can I share with you how these meetings normally go? We establish the rules of the meeting, and that basically at the end of the meeting, it's going to be yes or a no.
So how does that go? Be more specific. So you say,
So, hey, Jordan, can I share with you how these meetings normally go?
Absolutely.
So first of all, thank you for inviting me to your beautiful home. It's an amazing home. All right.
With the roaches fucking right, falling down lights. Okay. Right.
But these meetings, they generally go about an hour. Is that still a good amount of time for you?
Yeah.
Typically homeowners I meet with, they want to know, what is it we do exactly, how much money they're going to get, and how soon they're going to get the money.
Okay.
Am I missing anything?
Nope.
Awesome. Obviously, I want to make sure there's a good fit for you, good fit for me. I'm going to be asking you some questions. Some of these questions might come across kind of personal. Will that be okay?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. And at the end, naturally, one of two things is going to happen. Either we buy your home or we don't. Either way is totally fine. If at any point you feel like our price is not good enough for you, or you're just not convinced I'm the guy, could you do me a favor? Just tell me no. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not going to buy your home, are you going to be okay if I tell you that?
Absolutely. I'll survive.
All right, perfect. And if it does make sense,
does anyone ever say to you, "No, I'll be"? Has anyone ever said to you, "No, my kids are not going to eat"? Or what? Does everyone just yes you to death, basically?
Yeah. No one's going to say reject.
Right, they're like, sure, yep, that's great. Okay.
But we're telling them that we might tell them.
I get it. Right, sure.
Yeah. Okay. And then if it makes sense for us to work together, what that means, we're going to take everything we talk about today and we're going to go ahead and put that in writing. Is that fair?
Yep. Sounds good.
And Jordan, you seem really nice. Some of the homeowners that we talked to in the past, they really want to protect my feelings. They were afraid to tell me no, and they would just tell me I need to think about it. Can you promise me you won't do that?
Sure.
And if I hear anything besides a yes, I'm just going to go ahead and take that as a no.
What if I just want to think about it, though?
What would you need to think about?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard the whole presentation yet, but once you get it, I might just need to think it over or talk to someone else. Is that okay? I don't want to sharpshoot. Does anyone ever say that to you, or they don't?
They say it.
Okay, I would think so.
But what we're doing here is we're going to say, like, at this point, it's going to be yes or no. And if you're telling me right now it's not going to be yes or no, I'm leaving.
Okay.
Because my time is too valuable to just educate you, right? It's like, here's what the home was worth and this and that. Like, if you're telling me that you're incapable of selling your house today, we're leaving.
Okay.
Because we're in a house buying business. We're not in the let's hang out business.
Right. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just going to make you an offer. The driver's wrong, and that's that.
Right.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah. So that's basically it.
Okay. And then, so what do you do now? You walk around the house. What do you do?
Then we start figuring out, well, Jordan, what's going on? Like, why am I even here? Your house is beautiful. Why am I even here?
Okay. Well, I lost my job because of COVID, and I'm behind the mortgage, I didn't pay my taxes, and eventually I want to get out of here. And so I figured, fuck it. I stopped. I thought it was just skip a couple of payments, and it got away from me, and now it's just too long, and I'm too deep, so I kind of just got to get the fuck out of here.
Got it. Well, what have you done about that?
Oh, I'll let you come here. So you're the first person I've spoken to.
Oh, I appreciate that. How long has this been going on?
Maybe 9 months or so.
Got it. And what would happen if we're unable to buy your home?
Well, eventually I'll probably sell it to someone at some point, but I could probably, I'm not like under the gun right now. I could stay here another year, honestly. Nothing's going to happen. Yeah. Is that true or not?
Depends on the state. California, probably.
I thought right now there's a moratorium.
Yeah, California, you can probably stick around forever.
Kill you, right?
Yeah.
It's a disaster.
But in Arizona,
landlords that are getting killed.
Yeah, but in Arizona, no, you can still get foreclosed on. So I would say,
Well, how does it work? How long is the right answer typically? Is it like I can make it another 6 months or a year, or?
Well, if we get to this point, you're up against the gun, right?
Oh, really? It's that bad for them?
Yeah. So for them to meet with someone like us, they're out of options. So
what tip? Okay, so let's just I want to keep this role play typical. I want to make sure it's accurate. So what would the typical person say? I got 90 days left, or what do they say?
we
walk into delusional. No.
Oh yeah, they got the delusional.
I'm sure some people delusional, right?
Right. So typically when we meet with someone, they've got about a month, 2 months max.
Okay, got it.
Right.
All right. And did they say that or no?
Oh no, they keep their cards like they don't know.
What do they say?
I've got time. Right?
Okay.
It's like, okay, so
they said what I said, right?
Yeah, I got time.
Right,
yeah, great. So 2 months, 3 months goes by, and you can't sell your house. Like, it's not a big deal.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you ever seed before you go through that? Do you ever paint the picture that, one of the true beauties of what I do is that, I like to get to people before the problem gets too bad, because there's this really weird thing that happens, this declining value of your home. As you approach the end days when everyone knows you're leaving, then the vultures come in.
Yeah.
I like to get in. That's not what we do. We get in earlier, because this way you can still get the true value of your house, and you end up loving me, versus some guy that comes in the day before you're evicted and he steals the house and you hate him. So that's why we come earlier than later. You ever do that stuff or no?
No, we don't.
All right, anyway,
we make it drastic, right?
Okay,
we make it like, we're always painting that worst case scenario for them to work with us.
Got it.
And then painting the great outcome.
Okay.
That's gonna happen
So
with
now
us.
let's keep going. So I said to you, I don't know. Yeah, I got time.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. That makes sense. So 2-3 months comes by, you're not able to sell your house. It's not a big deal then.
But how much is my house? What can you give me for my house? I guess that's what I want to know.
I'm not sure yet.
Okay. So what do you need to be sure?
Well, I need to make sure that if we're going to work together, that the people that we work with, I don't have all the money in the world. God, I wish I did. I'm not the Wolf of Wall Street, right? I wish I had all the money in the world. So in reality, the people that we talk to, we want to make sure that we're actually helping them.
Okay.
So, if you're uncomfortable asking these questions or answering these questions, then maybe I should go.
Okay.
Right. So we want to get them to play along, right? The rules we set in the very beginning.
Okay.
So we're going to get to the point where it's painful. Like, we're going through the scenario where, we're talking about, you're losing the house to foreclosure.
Well, keep going. Let's keep going though. So we're right in the middle. It's going. So you asked me. I want to keep going because it's really interesting to me. So let's keep going.
So 2-3 months goes by, it's not a big deal. You can't sell your house.
Right.
So if the city takes your house in 2 months and you get zero from the sale, you don't mind.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think I have longer than that, but that's just maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Is that what you think I have? Only 2 or 3 months?
I mean, before I came over, I had a chance to look at what's going on, and it seems like the city's giving you 60 days from today.
Okay.
So, but if 2 months your house doesn't sell, and you get zero from the sale, that doesn't seem like it'd be a big deal to you.
No, obviously I don't want that to happen. I just didn't really look at it that way. I don't think that's going to happen. But so you're saying that unless I sell to you today, I'm going to get zero for the house?
Not necessarily to me, but if you can't sell it,
if I don't sell it right now, I'm going to get zero for the house.
If you don't sell it to anybody within the next 60 days, that's what's going to happen.
So if I don't sell the house, then don't they have to sell my house, and I get the money for the house when they sell it?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like the way when attorneys get involved and they're working up the fees, who's going to eat first.
Right.
The attorney is going to get paid first, right?
Okay.
We see this all the time.
Got it.
So, all this equity that you think you have, the other people, the attorneys, they're going to take it all.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I guess when you say you got time, like, how sure are you on that?
I mean, I assumed I had about 6 more months, but I don't know.
Yeah. And then the situation right here, with the finances, like right now, is it affecting you anywhere else?
Meaning?
I don't know. Is your wife complaining about this?
I have complaints about everything.
Okay. But it's not causing any problems at home.
No, obviously we're all under pressure here because it's our house here. We don't want to leave, so we're hoping that something magical happens here and we don't end up having to leave here.
Oh, what kind of magic?
Just I have some relatives that maybe can lend me some money, or we can renegotiate with the bank or something, or get an extension.
That's awesome. So you've already reached out to those relatives?
I'm in the process.
Got it. Are they really responsive?
Some of them are.
Okay, so you already got the money secured then.
Is this accurate? Does this happen?
Yeah,
Cool.
These are the conversations we're having.
I love it.
Right.
Okay, so let's keep going. So you're basically trying to call them out in their shit.
I am squashing, like, I'm sure you've never been to a strip club, right? But you got that buddy.
I was married a stripper, by the way.
You got that buddy who keeps going to the ATM, right? Who's convinced the stripper loves him. Mm-hmm. What's the best way to stop him going to the ATM again?
Take his card.
Take his card. Crush his dreams.
Right.
You've got to crush his dreams, and it sucks, but it's you do it out of love.
Right.
Right. So what I'm doing is you've got all these outs that you think you've got when you really don't.
Okay.
And our job is to help you realize, like, those things you've got, they're not as solid as you think.
Okay.
So that's the reason why we do that.
Okay. So what do you say? You think that my best option is to sell the house to you?
I'm going to help you uncover that.
Okay.
Right. So it's kind of like, you think you've got all these different options, and I'm going to help you explore all those options, help you get to the understanding, like, oh, those aren't real options.
Okay.
And once we get to that point, then it's like, okay, well, I guess I got to sell my house.
Okay.
And then it's like, please, God, I hope that you can be the one that can rescue me.
Got it. Okay, so let's keep. So in those, how long does this typically take? This process?
It could be an hour, hour and a half. I've gone as long as 2.5 hours.
What percentage of the people that you get into the home will sell to you?
About 1 in 3.
1 in 3.
Yeah.
Okay, and for the ones that don't sell, but they're still in denial, the question is: are they in denial? These people? Is that really what it is?
Oh yeah, yeah. They think that someone's going to rescue him. I'll give you an example. We went to this guy's house, and we had offered him 150, and 2 days before foreclosure, we offered him 150. Right? He's like, no, I've got options. Like, dude, your foreclosure's in 2 days. He dicks around.
It's a long 2 days.
He dicks around, says no. A buddy of ours calls us. It's like, hey, I've got this house. It's going to foreclosure tomorrow. I'll sell it to you for 155. We're like, what's the address? Like, we've been talking to that guy. We're not buying it for you for 155, right? We call the guy back. It's like, look, you're trying to sell for 155. You've got no time. The guy's like, I've got time. We bought it at the auction for 130, right? He didn't have time, but he was convinced that he did.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. So we bought it for way cheaper because he was delusional.
Unbelievable. And then they took his, so he didn't get the 130 though, because there was lawyers' fees involved and everything, right?
Yeah, I don't know what he walked away with, but it's not what he thought he was going to walk away with.
So essentially, this is basically people that are literally, it's like right, you're trying to catch them right at the end.
Close to the end, yes.
How much, so what's the tip, how much time does a typical person really have? Under 30 days, under 60 days?
I would say typically 3 to 6 months, somewhere
3
around
to
there.
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see what you're doing. So what you're basically doing is that you're essentially forcing them. You're coming in from a position of like ultimate power. Like, I don't really give a shit whether I buy your house or not.
Right.
Right. I have X amount of dollars. If I don't buy you, I only can buy 4 houses this week. Maybe one will be yours. If not yours, I'm going to buy 4 houses.
Buy a
this
house.
Week. So
Yeah.
yeah, someone's going to buy a house. I don't know if it'll be yours, right? So basically, just like let's just get honest with each other here, and let me just ask you some questions. And the truth is, so when do you reveal what you'll buy the house for? Do you know? Do you know going in? You already know, right? You already know what you're going to pay for it.
Absolutely, we know.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you already know what that number is, right?
So we go through. So we just go. This is what we call the pain, right? We're going to extract pain. We're going to help you relive your existing pain.
Got it.
Right. And after that, we're going to talk about price. But I'm not going to share with you my price. My goal is to figure out what Jordan needs from the sale of the home.